Maray na adlaw sa Indo. Welcome to the SBP Coaches Academy e-learning. Due to the COVID-19's physical distancing protocol, we will use animation to demonstrate our topics. For today, we will discuss defending on and off the ball screens in a 2-on-2 breakdown drill situation. An off-the-ball screen or screens can create enough space for an offensive player to get an open shot or a layup. Here are 3 basic ways to defend the off-ball screening actions, namely through, over the top, and block and trail. Let's do this.
Defending off-the-ball screen drills, 2-on-2. Personal, minimum of 4 players. Duration, 4 repetitions each player. Procedure, offensive players screen each other back and forth. Through, defensive player being screened must yell, "Open!" The player defending the screener steps back to create a path for the defender being screened to go under the screen and recover to ball man position. Purpose: to teach players to communicate and defend off the ball screens without switching or getting screened. Lock and trail. Defensive player being screened must yell, "Trail!" and use an arm-bar contact with the player being screened, forcing the player to use the screen and must get their hips past the screener by trailing. The screener's defender must show his chest to the offensive player being screened to force the player wide, enabling the defender to recover to ball man position. Purpose: teach players to communicate and defend curl cuts without switching or getting screened.
Teamwork and communication is vital in defending off-ball screens. By forcing the offensive player away from their normal operating paths will help in the disruption of their spacing and the flow of their offense. On-ball screens are basically 2-player isolations involving the ball handler and the screener. An array of quick hitting options make them difficult to defend. Here are 2 basic ways to defend the ball screen game, namely over the top and slide through. Let's take a look.
Defending on the ball screen drills, 2-on-2. Personal, minimum of 4 players. Duration, 4 repetitions each player. Procedures: offensive players will pass the ball and set a screen for the player he passed to. The offensive player with the ball will dribble off the screener, then pass to any teammate. The player who passed the ball will become the screener and the movement continues. Teaching point: the defense will have to communicate on the screens. If the screener is going towards the left side of the player defending the ball, his teammate should call out, "Screen left." If the screener is going towards the right side of the player defending the ball, his teammate should call out, "Screen right." Through. Defender of the screener steps back. To create the path for the defender on the ball to go under the screen and beat the dribbler to the driving spot. Purpose: teach defensive players to defend the on-ball screens without switching or getting screened. Over. The defender on the ball must position himself to take away the baseline drive, forcing the offensive player with the ball towards the screen. When the offensive player dribbles, the defender on the ball slides over the top of the screen. The player must get their hip past the screener by standing erect and taking a big step slide to recover to a contained position. The defender of the screener has his toes pointing to the sideline and steps out from behind the screener to show his chest and force the dribbler to go wide. Then the defender of the screener recovers back to the screener, making sure that they recover to the ball-you-man position. Purpose: teach defensive players to defend the on-ball screens without switching or getting screened.
Since the ball screen game is the most popular and effective offensive action in basketball today, we must make sure that we work on defending it every day in practice. Maraming salamat kay Mr. Nuki Sabio sa paggawa ng presentation na ito. Diyos mabalos!